Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition. In this episode, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, but I will be probably winning in 30, which is less than 38. I thought it'd increase. But anyways, I still have 746. The next stage is the Snake River. This one, it's alright. I think I could probably do this without losing any lives. Let's see, I'm going to start it off differently with a Monkey Buccaneer. So I'll put him right about here. That way his Pierce will go down the lane, or down, upstream? Yeah. It's kind of hard to line up that it's not arcing, it's going in a straight line. It's hard to, not sure how to describe that. It's hard to line up the dart with the path of Bloons. Although right here it should be good. It's just right at the end, that's when it curves. So, you know, once there's blue Bloons or higher level Bloons, then it'll probably start being a little more effective. I really like the Monkey Buccaneers. The only problem is that you can only put them on water, and not every level has water, and not every level with water has a lot of water. But I suppose that's kind of, I mean, not necessarily a good thing, but it makes sense. Because, oh man, don't want to lose any. I should do something about that. But what shall I do? One thing I've noticed that is kind of what happened right now is when you upgrade something, it kind of resets the not the cooldown, but like if you fire once every 5 seconds and you're 2 seconds after you just fired and you upgrade, then you have to wait another 5 seconds until you shoot. If that makes sense, and if I'm right. So yeah, that happens. Which is why it's usually better to upgrade when they're not firing, otherwise it will give them that bit of pause that will let a balloon slip by every once in a while. And that can get bad if you have an ill-timed upgrade. And is it just me, or does it seem kind of slow? I don't know, it's probably just me. I could use a dart monkey like right here, and then just have him use his spike bolt, get that lane, but meh. I'll just leave it to my monkey pirate thing. Now, something else that I will do, put that there, because then it has that great reach, because there's balloons on pretty much all sides of it. And that'll just help thin the crowd, because the Monkey Buccaneer is great, but he can't get everything. And he doesn't get lead, so I'm gonna need something here to get rid of all the other lead. Or, you know, I could use my boomerang thrower to get the lead. I'm just gonna stick with my tack shooter, because it's, you know, not used as often. And I usually don't upgrade the range until after I've already upgraded the left side, because it's alright. It doesn't need many more, or much more range. Not many more range. Range is a singular thing. But then once I get the tack sprayer, it'll be really good, because it'll have so much more popping power, I suppose. And you can get the red balloons pretty easily when they're like this, because it fires fast enough. You can get most blue balloons as well, at least from this side. Now I don't think I'm gonna wait for the Ring of Fire yet. I'm just gonna try to get something else, like a ninja monkey for the camouflage balloons. Actually, the Buccaneer can see camouflage balloons because of the crow's nest, so I don't need another camouflage balloon, because there is one wave, I think you only get to it on medium or hard, where it has camouflage lead balloons, which means that you need something that has camo detection and lead popping ability. which the boomerang thrower can have, but it's really expensive. Snipers can get it, but then they can't get large groups of them. And unless you give the Buccaneer the cannon, then the only other thing that can get it is the Monkey Apprentice, or something that I just remembered that I wanted to use is the Dartling gun. Because when you put it way over here, then it has amazing reach. And then the path winds through that lane so many times that you can get quite a few pops in. So this is probably what I'm going to be using for my camo detection, mostly, just to assist the Monkey Buccaneer. And I don't remember if I said it or not, but you can press space to start the round, so that when you have the Dartling gun you don't have to move him all the time. But then, for some reason, the sound of the spacebar is like, nah, I'd rather just have the little click. Which isn't really a big deal. Just a minor preference. Unfortunately, you can't use hotkeys to upgrade your Dartling gun. You do have to move your hand down. Which is actually something interesting. Now I'm wondering if there is a hotkey for upgrades and I just never knew it. That'd be something to put in for Bloons Tower Defense 5. I mean, not 5, 6. Already on 5. And I know that for the developers, as soon as Bloons Tower Defense 5 came out, people were saying, oh, so when's Bloons Tower Defense 6 going to come out? It's like, no, they don't have to worry about it coming out anytime soon. If they're working on it, then yay, that's great. But I know that people really don't like being expected to have something new when they just gave you something new, if that makes sense. Let's see, can I make it? Yep. Alright. With the depleted Bloontonium, my Dartling gun is able to pop lead balloons. So that is my lead buster. And then just whenever I have enough, I'm going to get the Ring of Fire to have extra lead busting. See, now if you count this one right here, and then right here, and kind of right there, that one, and this one, those are all the points of entry, I guess you could call them, or points of intersection, or interception. The points where the lines intersect, where the Dartling gun can pop. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 5, about 5 times in the balloon's life cycle that it's going to get hit by the dart, plus all the times that the Buccaneer is going to hit it, and the, what's it called? I was going to say Ring of Fire, but it's not the Ring of Fire yet. Now it's the Ring of Fire. So yeah, no balloon should survive this. I mean, except for now when I need the camo detection. But other than that, this should pop everything, more or less. I'm gonna need more. So that's not something I should say. I shouldn't say that it can pop everything when I already know it's not gonna pop everything. The MOAB specifically is going to run right through this defense. So I'm gonna need more defenses. And I'm just going to place this one here. And I can't upgrade it very much. But I'm just going to get 2 of those to help increase the experience gainingness. Because the 3rd tier on the right is very good. And the 3rd tier on the left is good too. But I kind of prefer going on the right side for Dartling guns, because 1, their 4th tier right upgrade does triple their effectiveness, and then give them an ability, so that's always great. But then also the 3rd tier helps them get clusters of balloons, because it gives an area of effect explosion attack thing. And now I feel like I'm just neglecting my Buccaneer. I'm just the first tower on this level. It's like a firstborn or something. So now I'm going to focus all my money on the Buccaneer, because the Buccaneer is pretty awesome. I still need 1800, I think. It shouldn't be too much. I mean, probably this round or the next I'll have 1800. Well, 1804. But I need 1870. So close. And now it's the Destroyer. I need to wait till rank 34 to be able to use his love moves. It's ridiculous. And I feel like I should be using more towers or more monkeys just to get the experience for them. But I kind of like this setup, this defense, or this setup, because it gets pretty much everything. The ceramic, those are going to be the problem. So to counteract that problem, I'm going to put an ice tower to make up for the one that I sold last episode. And let's see if I can actually get it to an Arctic wind. And now what's good about having the Ring of Fire and the ice tower next to it is that the Ring of Fire can actually pop the frozen balloons. So, you know, they're not going to waste or anything. And for all the... they're called white balloons, but they look more like light blue balloons. And the zebra balloons, they're immune to the ice. So having the Ring of Fire there can pop those so that they can get down to a layer that isn't immune to the ice. And then because I have the Bloontonium, or depleted Bloontonium, even my Dartling guns can get the frozen balloons. So all in all, it's a pretty good setup. And the Buccaneers there just to catch any balloons that leak out. The ceramic is still a problem. No, I'm losing some... Oh well, didn't lose that much. And now the Arctic wind is slowing them down more, so that my Dartling gun has a better chance of hitting it, and the Ring of Fire has more time to pop them. Hydra rocket pods shoots vicious little missiles instead of darts. Hydra rockets have sharp tips that can pop black balloons, so that's good. But it costs 5,950. Which is not very good, because that's really expensive. Now I kind of want to put another Ring of Fire right there, because that's also another great place for them, and then that would just, you know, totally destroy that right side, which is actually what I'm going to do right now, which is probably not a good idea, because a MOAB is coming on the next round, and I'm not sure if I'm good enough to be able to pop it. Hopefully it'll come on the right side and be able to hit by the it will be hit by the Ring of Fire, the double Ring of Fire. And then this one round always makes me feel like it's going on too long. Every time. Alright. Gonna do it in slow-mo, or at least not fast forward, which feels like slow-mo even though it's just the normal speed. So that my Dartling gun is more accurate. Because when it's moving faster, then I need to have a faster reaction time to the thing actually moving. And when it feels like it's in slow-mo, it's kind of like going into bullet time. And that's not good. Oh no. Wow. That almost took me down. Alright, so, in that case, I'm going to need another Buccaneer. And it's going to take a little while for me to actually make him a little more useful. Actually, instead of a Buccaneer, I should have gotten another Dartling gun, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, because those are what are really good against the MOABs. Don't want to sell them though, because I already bought them. And you know how I am about that. Now, one thing that is a problem with using Ice, Arctic Wind, and regeneration balloons, or regenerative balloons, is that, like I mentioned briefly in the last episode, if it's a zebra balloon and you pop one layer, then it goes into 2 more balloons. And if those 2 more balloons regenerate, they both go into 2 separate zebra balloons, so that now you basically just doubled the amount of balloons. And if you keep doing that over and over again, then eventually you're just going to be making more balloons rather than popping them, So that can be really bad, especially when those are like your only defenses, because then you're just literally creating more of a problem for yourself. And I've lost so many rounds because of that, and I don't know why I haven't thought of a better way to do that. But this seems to be working out pretty well, because the Ring of Fire, at least on the right side, helps to counteract that problem because it pops more layers at a time. But right there, I think, is where the problem would have happened. And rank up to Bomb Tower Tier 4 upgrade. Bloon Impact stun Bloons briefly, holding them in place after each hit. MOAB Assassin fires off a special missile that seeks and destroys the nearest MOAB class Bloon. So very helpful. But for some reason I just still choose not to use the the bomb towers. And I'm going to slow it down, but I can more easily pop these. Even though I'm not sure how much better that is actually going to be. Because I can't really afford to lose many more Bloons, or many more lives. I'm going to get this pack right here before I focus on the MOAB, because those would be really dangerous if I just leave them. So actually real quick, get those rockets, because then when the 4 ceramic appear, the explosion will be able to pop out a lot easier. And done. That one actually gave me a lot more trouble, and it's, I was going to say it's still uneasy, but the actual track is like intermediate or something. Let me look at that. What level was that? Intermediate, yeah. And now on the next level, sneak peek, 4 more intermediate, and then advanced. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Still 1046, about a fourth or less. Yeah, that's less than a fourth of the way there. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.